Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Larva and Shuttle here on Fighting Spirit. This is the third match of these two players that I've cast on this channel. If you want to link to them, just go ahead and search Larva and Shuttle on my channel. Or if you ask nicely, I can probably get a link to both of those replays that I cast. Well, videos of the replays that I cast. And I'll get them to you. Alright, so top right-hand corner of Fighting Spirit, we have a brown Zerg player. It is Larva, with his customarily stupid high APM. And in the top left, it is Shuttle. He is a purple Protoss player here today. Love this guy so much. I mean, he is one of the best Protoss players ever in the history of the game. On the other side, Larva is just so fun. Just crazy good macro. He can beat you without spellcasters. That's how good he is. Usually you can't take down an elite Protoss or an elite Terran as a Zerg player unless you're doing Dark Swarm and Plague. Those are the spells that make you feel OP. And he's just like, you know what? No, we're just going to make a billion things and throw them at you and just overwhelm me with sheer numbers. Which is what drew me to playing Zerg in the first place. I've been a Zerg since '98. Like, I tried all the races when the game came out. And I was like, you know what really appeals to me are these fast little Zerglings. The Ultralisks have a speed upgrade too. The Mutalisks are fast. The speed of everything attracted me to the Zerg race, and just the concept of being able to overwhelm. Like, my earliest strategy back when I was, 16, 17 years old and the game was new, was just get 6 hatcheries up wherever I could on the map, get a ton of gas coming in, get to a lair and aspire as soon as I had enough gas to do so, and then just make like 12 Mutalisks and go. And it really worked pretty well against my friends, because the concept of scouting around and trying to find ninja expands and like over expansions from your opponent was not super amazing from any of us at that time. But then I met someone who actually knew what they were doing when I went to college. He shut all those expansions down and my whole playstyle was ruined. Anyway, looks like about a 12 hatcher after the pool here. And we do have a pair of lings on the way, nothing too aggressive, out of Larva. Just one cannon should be enough if these lings even decide to move out at all, to be honest. The probe does get here in time to see, yes, these are drones, and one pair of lings comes out. That's fine. We can handle one pair of lings. No more cannons required. We'll just throw down our Nexus and everything will be fine over here in Protossville. But yeah, that dude's name was Link, and he was a Canadian, I believe. Just super great dude. He would let me... Like, we'd play StarCraft against each other, he'd coach me, he let me play the entirety of the Diablo 2 campaign on his PC. Like, one semester. And I don't know, I hope I wasn't overstepping my bounds, but he never complained about it, so I don't know, I just feel like he's a super nice guy, and I don't know, maybe Link is watching one of these. If so, thank you very much for introducing me to Diablo 2 and teaching me a lot about StarCraft, and I hope you're doing well. Alright, so third base here at 3 minutes from Larva. Yes, this is what I like to see out of Zerg players. This is basically just, keeping up with the Forge Fast Expand here from Protoss. So, Cybernetics Core coming up, Lair coming in. The probe didn't have a chance to scout, but basically he knows that Larva needs to get a Lair, needs to get a Spire to counter the Stargate that is certainly coming here from Shuttle. Anyway, got this replay off of Team Liquid. This is going to be a Patreon cast at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. For those of you who are supporting me for at least $1 a month. $1 US, man. That's all it is to see this 1 month before anybody else sees it on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this in the month of February, especially the first week of February, like February 4th or so, thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. It really just helps me out. Helps me pay my mortgage. And if you're watching this the last week of February, maybe, or the first week of March, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, because I post Brood War stuff 5 times a week. I do not skip days, you guys. I do not skip Brood War Day. I do not skip... Well, I do skip Leg Day because I haven't been working out for a while. Anyway, don't skip Brood War Day. That is my motto. Anywho, hey look, are we surprised by the Spire? No. Are we surprised by the Stargate? No. We're not. Citadel of Adun coming in as well. A few lings out. They're just, maybe this is just trying to see if there's a greedy third out from the Protoss, or maybe he didn't make Zealots today and we can just run on in, or maybe his Zealots aren't on hold position, but we can run on in. None of this is working out. Definitely not. The Lings are just baiting and baiting, but again, Shuttle is one of the best Protoss players ever. He's absolutely terrifying. He's just, it's interesting. Like, Protoss isn't going to overwhelm you, but they will pick you apart piece by piece by piece, storm by storm, Corsair attack by Corsair attack, recall by recall, engagement by engagement. It's just, they're strong. They will just get better value out of their units than you will. There's really not much you can do about it if the Protoss knows what they're doing with Storm and with Reavers and with Archons and Zealots and stuff. Anyway, macro hatch here at the third base, because again, Larva's style is all the macro. First pair of Scourge coming in, and the Corsair is annoying, but this is why you don't keep your Overlords at home. Because this first Corsair will be Overlord hunting and actually be able to find these two, but the Scourge is going to pop here, like, now. Where are you? Are you in there? Nope. Alright, well, Corsair's not even interested about these Overlords, actually. Just scouting around, no big deal. Zealots getting the Zerglings off of their front lawn, killing one of them to send a message to the others. Wow, that is pretty harsh stuff. What are we... Oh, a single Dark Templar on the way. I don't know about this, because now that there's Scourge out, we can actually spend some time getting the Overlords in positions that they need to be. The Zealots are kind of moving, but there's only 3 of them. This isn't a huge Zealot attack. With the speed, actually, the speed upgrade is not coming in yet at all. We'll put that gas towards a Dark Templar, first of all. And actually going for air weapons level 1. So this is an indication that what we're seeing here is a lot of Corsairs. We're not going to stop with 2 Corsairs if we're getting air weapons level 1, friendos. Ling Hydra is so good against slow Zealots. It's not even funny. That's why Shuttle's backing out here. Third base has some Hydralisks over here too. Dark Templar moving out. I honestly don't know what a single DT is expecting to do here today. There's multiple Overlords on all the positions. Like, there's just... No. This guy right here. He's dead. Watch him die. Hang on. You're going to get a swipe off. See? A swipe. 2 swipes. Wait, the micro. Ah, not enough to kill it. I mean, I guess what it does is it kind of helps you with DPS against this Hydra attack. Because the Overlords don't have speed yet, so they can't support you. That's very good, actually. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a stopgap to when you get Storm done. Dude, this DT's getting things... This DT's accomplishing stuff at this point? Are you kidding? 2 kills? Wait. Where are the Overlords now? Where are your Overlords now? Drone's running. Dude, 3 kills. 4 kills? Alright. If you had told me that DT was going to get 4 kills, I would have said no. But by golly, it's Shuttle. I should have believed you. I should have believed you when you told me from the past, so... Singularity charge coming in from the Protoss. Ton of Hydralisks out. And what are we looking at? 41 to 48 workers. The Protoss player doing really well economically here on the 2 bases. Really needs a 3rd soon, though. Just starting to feel like that time. You want a 3rd base coming up. Additional gateways. Nothing too crazy over here in Protossville. Lurker aspect is being researched for the Zerg. Which, again, Lurkers are really good once you have Dark Swarm. Not so good against a Protoss who has a ton of Dragoons and Singularity Charge, though, if you don't have the Dark Swarm. Get an Amulet coming in for the Storm upgrade. Well, the High Templar upgrade, I guess. It does help you cast more Storms over the life of your High Templar, though, especially if they have max energy. Speed coming in here, too. So 6 Lurkers in production, and honestly, if Shuttle's not going to go for a 3rd base, which I'm a little bit surprised by... Yeah, see this Hydralisk? He's like, is there a 3rd here? No, about down here. Is there a 3rd here? No? Interesting. Scourge tracking around, trying to find any Corsairs or... Yeah, basically Corsairs at this point. Overlord down. Dragoon count is revealing itself to be at least 5 at the moment. 102 to 86 total supply. Here comes a big Ling. Ooh. Ling. Are there any Lings? Nope, just Hydras. And Lurkers. And, oh, that's a free High Templar. No! Gets a Storm off first. 2? Okay, 2 Storms off first. Now we have a bit of a lurker contain. How much storm do you have, Shuttle? The answer is, well, there's 3 High Templar chilling back here, and they each have at least storm available, and one of them has 2. So, 4. We have 4 storms available. Lurkers stabbing away. The spread on these lurkers from Larva is perfect. No more, like the storm can hit no more than 1 lurker at a time. So when the storms start coming, that's what we're dealing with here. Again, Dragoons with range and +1 attack are not bad in this situation. I mean, I guess you just sack the gateway. Dude, going after the forge would be so hot right now. If you... did he... Oh, maybe that did hit that other lurker. Yeah. Seriously, though, the forge going down would be actually a problem. We're working on +2 attack here, and upgrades are super good versus Zerg. So, we're just kind of sitting here. Overlord's here to make sure no DTs wander out to start to kill things. And that is a denied upgrade. Dude, Shuttle got... I don't think he was prepared for this. I think he was taken by surprise. He has no utility, no ability to get out of here yet. This feels like kind of the modern ZVP. Like, stuff we're seeing in ASL right now is Zerg's going for a big lurker contain. And here we go. So this is where we feel like we have enough Dragoons just to kill these lurkers, which is what the Lings and the Hydras are for to some extent, but... See, the lurkers just kind of getting picked off. Lings and Hydras trying to deal with them. There's cannons backing up and supporting. Here for Protosville, and it's just 42 workers and a ton of production right now out of Larva. Exactly what we're expecting. 116 to 125 total supply. The Protoss player is up. He is way oversaturated on both of his bases right now. He has way too many workers for both of these mineral fields. He needs a 3rd base, but he can't get out. Maybe he could make a shuttle and try, but there are Hydralisks at every potential location, it feels like. Overlord's cover. He's got vision at every base. He's got vision at the middle, too. Dude, this is not so. Larva's doing so well here. Shuttle trying to back out. Or not back out, but just get out of his own base. Yeah, trying to snipe those observers. And, the storm placements on these Lings is just perfect. It's really just perfect here. Did you see that? That line of dead Zerglings, all that Zerg blood there? Defiler round coming in here from Larva. Is he going to try to take a 4th base? I feel like he should maybe go for a 4th too, but he is kind of bleeding units at the front. And if Shuttle can back out, it's going to be bad news bears. If he can get out of here. Why do I keep saying back out? If he can get out of this contain, if he can break this contain, I think is what my brain is trying to say, then suddenly there's going to be a really big, scary Protoss army in the middle of the map, and that can be pretty scary to deal with. There's a good storm, and then coming up with the lurkers again. Storm up, Archon's up, lurkers getting some hits, lurkers getting killed by storm and by Dragoons and by Zealots, but the lurker spines are pretty intense. They got 1-1 here. It is still just 1-0 for the Protoss. I don't think he's... Ooh, he killed his own cannon. That might have been an accident. That might have been a... We're going to click back here and accidentally attack onto that cannon. Not great. Still, it's 161 to 100 supplies. Might be on 2 base, but by golly, Shuttle is getting out of here. Dude, Lings are just not going to be the answer. Not with the absolutely perfectly placed storms we're seeing today. And sometimes you don't even need them. Okay, maybe you do need them. Dude, the lurker Ling stuff against Zealots is pretty amazing. Without storm support anyway. If there isn't any storm, it's incredible. So back down to under 100 supply here. The Zerg player has lost quite a bit. He's getting a 4th base now. The Protoss really needs a 3rd. Like, I'm surprised there's not a probe down around this. There it is. I found you. There is a probe trying to go for a 3rd base. Look at these Lings. No 3rd base for you, for we are Zerglings. Yeah, there's too much Protoss, man. You're not going to be able to do that. Goodness. All right, so not be able to do much about this happening. Getting that 3rd base up, but it is after the 4th base is already done for a Larva. So that's what we're talking about here. Dark Swarm is up, the first Dark Swarm of the day. And suddenly the Dragoons find themselves without so much work to do. Unfortunately, the Zealots are great because they ignore the Dark Swarm. They like the Dark Swarm. It doesn't hurt them at all. It only actually helps them. As ranged attacks like lurkers and hydras attacking them inside Dark Swarm don't do anything. So, the tables have turned upon you, Zerg, is what they say. Lings, just pure Ling. It's just too much, man. It's just too... It's 177 and 106 total supply right now. I mean, this is what you could do on 2 bases. A lot of our games will see Protoss take 3rd bases before this, but if you're on 2 base on Fighting Spirit and you're draining every last drop of mineral and gas resource you have, you can basically max out on 2 bases. It's not going to last forever, but you can do it. You can do it once. This, seriously though, like Zerg players, the Storm placement, the Dark Swarm placement. The Storm doesn't care about your Swarm. And everything in here dies. We have Plague. Plague's being researched. Plague Oo's almost here. It's just delay tactics, I think, at this stage. For Larva, he's down about 70 supply right now. This is not good. Oh, the Storm placement. Every time the Lings try to jump on here, the Storms are perfection. This is Shuttle, everybody. Welcome to a high-level course on defeating Zerg with Protoss, brought to you by Shuttle. My gosh. Sprinkling in some more Archons here as the High Templar become less useful. Oh, this is huge. Oh, but the Nidus is present. Okay, that was a lot better. Yeah. Turns out you can hold off Zealot attacks at your 4th base if you have a Nidus Canal available. Hello, Dark Swarm. Oh, another Lurker dies. How many Lurkers have died today? It feels like it's about 50. It's really, really nice. It's like, okay, so do we push down... Nice Plague, though. I don't know what even tossed that Plague down. Where's that Defiler? Probably dead. So we got a Plague Ooh here on said dragons. I'm just kind of sharking around the middle. It's only 50 supply ahead now. Got another Dark Swarm up. Yeah, it's trying to take down this 3rd, but no, the army came back to handle this. So the 3rd base is going to be just fine, but thank you for asking. You know, your concern is very touching. 3rd base for Shuttle is great. Expanding down here would not be a bad idea. These Zealots are kind of stuck here, though. Pushing Storm Archon into the natural base of Larva. Lings just, you know, appearing out of nowhere. Okay, that's a Nidus Canal. That's not nowhere, but still. Archons, you know, Lings do okay against Archons and then get full surrounds and they have adrenal glands. Got it. So they killed 1, sacrificed about 10 Lings to do it, but that's probably a fair trade. This is scrappy defense out of Larva, man. He gets more Lurkers all the time, more Lings all the time, more Hydras all of the time. This Lurker found a spot to harass this 4th base attempt by Shuttle. Very annoying stuff over there, but I imagine it will get cleaned up when an observer shows up at the location. He's like, that is just so many Lurkers. How much Storm is there? Not any left, that's for sure. Dragoons pushing in, exactly with no Dark Swarm. Dragoons are your answer, as is per usual. Dude, this Lurker is still here. Scourge really want to get that Observer. Like, nice Plague! Ooh, that's a huge Plague. That is a humongous Plague. Alright, finally another Dark Swarm up there. Dragoon's not going to do as well for themselves. Another Storm, though. This guy, new to the party, he's got 2 Storms available. This guy has 1. Shuttles have brought stuff over. This Lurker is here. It's not in range of the Nexus, which if it moved up like here, I think it would be. But Larva is, you know, is getting backed into a corner a little bit. Nice Plague again. If you're going to beat a Protoss player, you're going to plague them to death. It's like, where is the Observer? Okay, we'll pull back. Say the Scourge. It's a sign of a good player, by the way, is they don't suicide their Scourge into an army. If there's a target for them, they'll hit it. If there's not a target, they'll back out. That's all it takes. The problem is, it's 4 base to 4 base at this stage. Larva needs a 5th. You could probably go ahead and take this bottom right. It'd be fairly safe to do so at the moment. Hydras are like, do we push on this 4th? Oh, see, look, there's the Observer. Okay, so Lurker finally goes down once the Observer arrived, as predicted. It's 146 to 87 supply. Like, Larva has just not been able to get up to, you know, 150, 160, 170 supply Zerg today. The storms are so good. The storms are so good. Once again, it's just ragtag army stuff here, man. Why are these drones here? I guess we're saturating the natural base. That's cool. 46 to 51 workers. I don't know. I'm looking at it. It's just been in favor of the Protoss for so long. Way past the time. The Zerg player in a normal game where they're going to win the game should have taken over supply-wise. So I'm really worried about Larva here. Ton of Sunkens down here at the 4th base. That is actually kind of hard for this to break. Oh, kind of caught the Zerg player out. And again, the storm placements are life-changing. Like, if you're a Protoss player and you're watching this, has he whiffed on a storm today? I don't think so. I don't think a single one. Robotics Bay coming in from the Protoss. He's going to add Reavers in the mix, which is even harder for a Zerg player to deal with. This composition right here. Zealot, Dragoon, Archon, High Templar with Storm, and Reaver. It accounts for pretty much everything a Zerg player can do. With the Archon, Storm, and Reaver splash damage combination, it's incredibly hard for a Zerg player to deal with. Bottom right base is being taken by Larva. He's investing a lot in his Sunkens and static defense here at the 4th base, which is why you know he's in trouble. But I mean, I don't know. Lurker Sunken stuff. Shuttle doesn't want to engage. He doesn't want to get trapped in there. Again, the Nidus allows you to shuttle reinforcements back and forth between all these different locations. I guess technically not from the 3rd. There's not a Nidus here, but it is close enough to the natural that reinforcing is not too hard. Yeah, see, Lurker's coming up this way. Got some Lings running around. I don't know what they're going to accomplish by themselves. That's why you have High Templar and cannons at each base. But yeah, I mean, the Lings are just kind of being out and maybe buying some time for Larva to macro up back home. Seems like not a bad choice. Are you guys trapped in here? Maybe. Maybe they're trapped in there. 178, 180 to 122 supply in favor of El Shuttle, which is Spanish for the shuttle. Nice observer snipe. Okay, that's fun, but another one is here. So that's not as good. Again, Hydra's good against Archons, but not against Storm. That's the thing. Hydras are insanely good against Protoss in numbers. It's just Storm exists. So if you're dying to Zerg players a lot as a Protoss player and you don't know how to use Storm, that's your fault. Gotta figure out how to use Storm and everything will change for you, I promise. So Observer Snipe there, pretty hot. That was really nice by Larva. And in fact, Shuttle has to pull back again. If Larva wins this thing after being down 50 supply for what feels like the entire game, I'm gonna be shocked. I will be shocked if that's what happens here. Archon down. Oh, hang on. Archon down to 4 HP. Wow, plus, nah, that's a terrible plague. Okay, I caught one of the High Templar. It's not a 0, but it's close to a 0. 1 High Templar and 4 Archons caught those plagues. Hilarious. 5th base is up and running for Larva, bottom right. High Templar snipe from Larva. And again, this is just, you don't want to attack onto this bridge. It's a choke. It funnels your units into one area where Lurker Splash is most effective. So Shuttle has not been interested in going there. He hasn't needed to either. Nice plague. It's just a complete switcheroo of what happened in the first 10 minutes of the game with a Lurker contain, and now it is technically a Protoss contain. Center base being taken by Shuttle. That is how you know that you're either incredibly confident or incredibly desperate. That is when you take the middle in Fighting Spirit. Do you think Shuttle's confident? I'm pretty sure that Shuttle is very confident. Lings. Ooh. Okay, never see canceled. It's so hard to hold it. It is so hard to hold this. I can maybe count on one hand the number of times I've seen the center held for any length of time on Fighting Spirit. It's not many times. All right, so Reaver's out. It's a maxed out Protoss. He's extremely patient. That's what I told you. He will pick you apart. He's not going to steamroll you. He's not going to A-move up into here and come here and kill your main. He's just going to sit on your front porch and force you to engage with him. And then over time, just get incredibly good trades. That's it. That's all you got to do. Man, adrenal gland wings are so good against zealots. Dark Templar with it, not detection, also really good against lings. 192 to 132 supply. We're starting to get a bank. And there is no bank for the Zerg player, which is horrible. Trying to sneak in here without any advance warning. Lurkers are like, we can't. Oh, jeez. Ow. 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 Both lurkers die. Both lurkers die. That's what we're looking at here, friends. Yeah, I think we're done. Stuff's popping out of the Nidus and just getting insta-stormed like every time. Scourge is going to get that shuttle. Hang on, hang on. Oh, saved. Saved. That's crazy. Good save, man. High ground lurkers. Aha! You can't send Reavers up the high ground. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Shuttle! Oh, Shuttle saved again by Archons. That was very close to being dead. 126 supply here for Larva. Again, he's got the big army. Relatively speaking, but man, he is mined out of the first 3 bases. Keeps sending in just small groups of lings to just distract for really nice plagues. Which is good. Again, he's doing all the right things. He just doesn't have the available supply to meet what the Protoss player is doing here. We got a Dark Archon, because of course we do, and there's Maelstrom coming in too. Is it a Protoss game and something I've cast in the last 6 months? There's probably Dark Archons involved. Alright, Archons fighting, Storm fighting, Hydras fighting. Too many Zealots for the Hydras to deal with. Do we have enough Lurkers to handle the Zealots? Answer is no. Not really, because there's also Storm for the Lurkers. There's 4 Reavers down here too. It's just unfair, is what it is. 146 supply. We have actually dropped about 40 supply from the Protoss, but you know, he's making 10 Dragoons at a time. He'll be all right. Don't worry about Shuttle. Ooh, hang on, hang on. Ooh, Shuttle down. Loses one of them. Okay, Shuttle's favorite unit. One of them gets sniped by Scourge. The other one was containing 2 Reavers. The other one was containing 2 Reavers too then. Wait, maybe. Stupid Scourge. Stupid Scourge. Look at this base, though. 6 o'clock being taken. Barely defended by anything here from Larva. Yeah, Reaver shots. Reaver shots! Oh, my Zerg heart. My Zerg heart is sad for you here today, Larva. But, yeah, we're done. We are done here. Bottom left of base being taken. Look, if you've split the map in half versus a Protoss player and you're a Zerg, you've lost the game. It's not happening. You got to be all sorts of more cost efficient all the time, and you have not been at all. And now that we're at the holy triumvirate of Storm, Archon, Reaver, like, alright, well, we're going to toss down a Plague. Ooh! Not enough energy for someone here. Another Plague gets tossed down. So, like, yes, this Protoss army is weakened. A lot of red here. But if you're up, you know, 100 to 200 supply, it doesn't really matter. Observer snipe. Lost a lot of Scourge to do it. Dude, these High Templar, though, they're just ballers. They're just ballers. The Reavers, too. I mean, how many kills do you each have? I'm not going to show me because you're building stuff. Give it to me. Give me your kill count before the next attack, please. 30 kills, 15 kills, 12 kills, and 3 kills. The new guy on the block, not as good at this, it turns out. There's Lings trying to prevent reinforcements from getting in here. Okay, all right. Killing a few zealots here or there. Nice job on this probe train. Getting massacred too. Trying to attack to the backside a little bit. Lurkers just taking direct hits to the face over and over and over again. Yeah, we have seen this beat before by a Zerg. Okay, we've done it before. It usually takes just a ton of Ultralisks with Ling Hydra support, and you just gotta just catch the army of the Protoss when it's kind of small like this and wipe it out. But also you have to expand faster. You just have to have more resources faster. It's 172 to 82 total supply. Larva, with his 49 workers, has never really gotten up to like 60 today, has he? I don't think he has. It's just too much. It's just too much Protoss everywhere. At this rate, the map will be entirely mined out. Coming in for another attack. We got the Archons. We got their Zealots. We have a handful of Lings. And 2 Sunkens on the other side. Gonna storm the drones, and that's it. Good game. Larva taps out, and Shuttle is your winner in 31 minutes and 36 seconds. So that's kind of a fun thumbnail. The exploding hatchery, the Archons attacking Lings that are coming to murder them. Maybe we'll do this. It's a nice splash of color anyway. Yeah. All right. So that was kind of a writing on the wall replay, right? Like we knew what was happening. All right. So sorry, Zerg fans. The Protoss won today. Anyway, this is a Patreon cast, as you know. And I don't know. I just feel like once Shuttle broke out of the contain and set up his third base, I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of unstoppable. I'm going to find a replay where Shuttle loses to late game Zerg. How about that? And I'm not going to tell you when it is or what it is. Just know Shuttle does not win every single Zerg game from here on. Like I said, just nickel and diming to death. Just good trades. This is the first Zerg base that Shuttle has killed. He was content to set out of the natural and just, you know, just throw down storms, let Archons tank some damage, kill some stuff. Dragoons killing lurkers, but he never actually committed to killing that natural. Just a lot of patience. Maybe we can learn something from that. Alright, so 31 minutes and 38 seconds here. 266,000 points for Protoss. 232 for the Zerg. Ended up, look at this, outproducing the Protoss 3-1. 3-1, more than 3-1 mathematically, but this kill-death ratio of 8-2? That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see there. And this whole thing is everything in this game. And then resources are just too close. If you're going to beat a Protoss Zerg, you got to out-mineral spend them, out-everything spend them. And did by about 2,000 minerals, but it's not enough. It's not enough at the end of the day. So, nicely done. Oh, what an absolutely wonderful, wonderful game. That was really, really fun. Nice job, Shuttle. And that's going to be it for me. All right, so this is going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft Brood War replay. And it's remastered at 1440p. Go ahead and check me out at /FalconPaladin at Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself. And goodbye.